All right, we are going to be unboxing the Lenovo Phab 2 Pro. Now, this may be a godsend to some of you guys because I haven't seen an unboxing video on this thing yet. Don't think many people have been or have received these yet, but just got mine literally seconds ago and going to do a true unboxing as best I can one-handed. Let's start off with just kind of the look of the box. So obviously this is still shrink wrapped, but I don't know, I think the box and the colors used are kind of reminiscent of something that you would see from Google. Obviously this being the first Project Tango phone, I'm sure Google had a big hand in its development. So let me go ahead and tear this open. Alright, I'm going to probably have to put, oh, never mind, I got it. Alright, so this is the gunmetal gray that I got. Really was looking forward to having a true phablet sized phone. Before I open the box, that's pretty damn cool. So obviously that's the back of the phone that you're seeing through the box. Fingerprint sensor, that's that fisheye camera, the flash, the IR sensor, and the main camera. And really nice box. I mean, just really thin. So the box is not very deep at all, which gives it a really cool profile, but you're just kind of sensing from the length of the box how big this thing is going to be. So let me go ahead and try to tear open the tabs over here. This I may have to put the camera down for. That's one. And that's two. All right. Hopefully. Come on. All right. They're all the way torn. Jeez, sorry guys. Kind of difficult doing this one-handed. Let me try to get this torn open a little bit better. All right, we're good. Come on, baby. All right. So there it is. Wow. Wow. It's pretty damn big. That's what she said, right? So let's go ahead and put the phone aside. I hate when people do this, but anyways, what you get in the box is obviously you got a bunch of paperwork, and it looks like your SIM card ejection tool. You actually get some headphones. Nothing crazy. They look like just regular run-of-the-mill, everyday headphones. All right. You get your USB cable, and it is indeed a micro USB, not a USB-C, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. And then it looks like you get your power brick over on this side. I'm not going to open that up because that it's all that is supposed to be in that little box. So that's what you get. All right, that's all boring shit nobody gives a shit about. So let's go ahead and cover that back up, and we'll get into the actual phone itself, which is, I know, what you guys really want to see. So again, the gunmetal gray, and what can I tell you guys? So I hope the lighting is adequate. I know this camera on this phone I'm using right now sucks. This is the Lenovo Lemax 2, and that I'm using to videotape this with, and the camera, I've noticed, has a very horrible aperture setting where it's not enough light, but hopefully it's good enough for you guys to be able to see, because it's the only camera I have currently. But the phone is humongous. The gunmetal looks really, really nice. So I would say that the color itself is reminiscent of the color you got with the iPhone, 6 Plus, 6S Plus, whatever. So kind of like that space grayish. The front is predominantly black, which I like. The actual soft key buttons, or the soft buttons down at the bottom, I don't think you can see them on this camera, again, because the lighting is horrible, but you can see them through, which I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case. I was hoping that they would only be seen through when they were lit, so that you get a completely black glass front that doesn't have any branding. And then, again, the buttons, I was hoping, were not going to be visible until they were backlit. All right, let's go ahead and peel this off, and you'll probably see a little bit better what I'm talking about here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I like to keep all this stuff for later because you never know. I may end up getting rid of this thing if I don't like it. I was really concerned about the fact that, this thing sports just about every flagship spec besides the processor, being the Snapdragon 652. And, I know that they say that is because the phone is catered to Project Tango, and because of the power hungry apps that come along with Project Tango, they needed a more efficient octa-core processor versus something like the Snapdragon 820 or 821 that are much more powerful, but they are definitely power hungry. I get it, but again, I would say that, I don't know about you guys, but based on all the things I've seen with Project Tango, I would say I would sacrifice that battery life for the mainstream power of, I would say, your everyday flagship phone, simply because I don't envision using the AR technology as often as, say, the everyday things that you would do with this phone. And I would say a big screen phone like this is going to be great for media, along with the Dolby Atmos sound that it's supposed to have. I would say that's predominantly what I'm going to be using it for. So like I said, I would have gladly given up the extra battery efficiency and have gone to a Snapdragon 820 or an 821. But again, we'll have to wait and see. I'll do a review at some point once I've gotten a good feel for how the phone performs, to give you guys an idea of how it compares in terms of performance to something like a Galaxy S7, or something like a like this Lay Eco that has a Snapdragon 820, or even something like, I've got a Nubia Z11 from ZTE. I had an Axon 7 from ZTE as well, that both have Snapdragon 820s. So I'll have a pretty good idea of how it performs compared to them. But I want you guys to take a good look. I would say first impressions, it's a beautiful device. I really, really like the look of it. That's really what lured me in. I wanted to get a really large size phone that had a nice screen, metal build, and something that looked different. I really wanted something that didn't look like every other freaking phone that's coming out nowadays, that either looks like an iPhone or looks like a Galaxy phone. So I think this design is pretty original. Some people might think that the cameras are a little bit ugly. I think they look kind of cool. Looks like a big exclamation point, doesn't it? But I will play around with this thing for probably the next 3 or 4 days. Should have a pretty good idea of how it performs, and have a better idea of whether or not it's going to be something that I look to hold on to or not. So I'll give you guys a full review as soon as I have it, but I really wanted to put an unboxing video out there because I know that there wasn't one out there yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me your comments below as to anything that you want to see in particular, anything you want me to address So any questions that you guys have, I can go ahead and address in the review video that I'll be probably posting within the next week. So let me know, guys. All right, Lenovo Phab 2 Pro. Let's see how good it is. Project Tango.